In this edition, we are going to learn all about integers. But before we start discussing integers, let's discuss some other numbers that we know already. These are whole numbers. As we know, whole numbers are the numbers starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on till infinity. The next set of numbers is natural numbers. Natural numbers start from 1 and go on till infinity, like whole numbers. The difference here is that it does not have 0. So, a list of natural numbers would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. We also know about negative numbers, the numbers that are smaller than 0, that is -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. If we put whole numbers, natural numbers, and negative numbers together, the collection of numbers is known as integers. Let's have a look at this number line to understand it better. The number line has all the integers including the negative numbers. The central point on the number line is marked as 0, and there are numbers left and right of this 0. The numbers on the right of 0 are called positive integers, and the numbers on the left are called negative integers. Here, to mark +4 on the number line, we move 4 spaces to the right of 0. And to mark -4 on the number line, we move 4 spaces left of 0. In the same fashion, we can mark any integer on the number line. To mark a positive integer, go to the right from 0, and to mark a negative integer, go to the left from 0. Let's understand the ordering of integers on number line. As you can observe, the bigger numbers are placed on the right of smaller numbers, and smaller numbers are on left of the bigger numbers. Since 0 is on the right of -2, it is greater than -2. -2 is on the right of -7, so -2 is greater than -7. So, on a number line, bigger numbers are placed on the right and smaller numbers are placed on the left. Addition using number line. Now that we know how the number line works, let's see how do we add integers with the help of a number line. We also know that on a number line, integers keep getting bigger towards the right and smaller towards the left. Now let's see how we can represent the expression 4 more than 2 on the number line. In other words, we have to add 4 to 2. We will begin with 2 on the number line and jump 4 places to the right. Let's see where it takes us. We start from 2 and jump 1, 2, 3, and 4 places. This lands us at the number 6. So 4 more than 2 or 4 plus 2 turns out to be 6. Let's take up a negative number now. What will be 3 more than -4? In this case, we will start with -4 and add 3 to it. As we know, adding means going to the right. So we will start from -4 and go 3 places right. Where do we end up this time? We land at -1. So 3 more than -4 or 3 added to -4 is -1. So we add on a number line by moving right. Subtraction using number line. Now it's time to see how we subtract using number line. Let us see how we can represent the expression 4 less than 6. The expression conveys that we have to subtract 4 from 6. And as we have understood, in case of subtraction, we move towards left of the number line. So we start from 6 and go 4 places left. Let's see where we land up when we skip 4 places from 6. We end up at 2. So 4 less than 6 is 2. Here also, let's take an example of a negative number. Let the expression be 4 less than minus 2. This implies that we have to go 4 places to the left from the number minus 2 to get the result. So we start from minus 2 and go 4 places towards left. We end up at minus 6. So 4 less than minus 2 is minus 6. So we subtract on the number line by moving left. Solving integers using number line. We have learned how to add and subtract using number line. What about solving an expression like 8 plus minus 5? Let's go to number 8 first and then subtract or go 5 spaces left from there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This takes us to number 3. So 8 plus minus 5 is 3. Let's take another example and solve minus 5 minus 3. In this case, we will go to minus 5 first and then go 3 places left from there as we are subtracting 3. As we see, we end up at minus 8. So minus 5 minus 3 equals minus 8. Let's now understand the concept of additive inverse. Suppose an ant walks 4 points to the right side of 0, that is plus 4, and then walks back 4 points, that is minus 4. Where does it reach finally? You can see that it reaches 0. So 4 plus minus 4 equals 0. Similarly, when we add 2 and minus 2, we get the sum as 0. Numbers like 4 and minus 4, 2 and minus 2, when added to each other, give the sum 0. They are called additive inverse. Let's use additive inverse to find the value of minus 4 minus minus 6 using the number line. Minus 4 minus minus 6 is equal to minus 4 plus 6, as additive inverse of minus 6 is 6. On the number line, we will start from minus 4 and move 6 steps towards the right. We reach at 2. Thus, minus 4 minus minus 6 is equal to 2. Before wrapping up, let's understand some basic rules of signs. If the first integer is negative and second integer is positive, then in that case, integers are subtracted. If the first integer is positive and second integer is negative, then also the integers are subtracted. If first and second both the integers are positive, then the integers are added. If first and second both the integers are negative, then also the integers are added. Now the question arises, what will be the sign for the resultant integers? Particularly in case where two integers have the opposite signs. There is a simple rule for this. Whichever sign the greater number has will be attributed to the resultant integer. When one positive and one negative integer are added, we subtract them and put the sign of the bigger integer. As you can notice, in each of these cases, the final value has the sign of the bigger integer.